So this is like a traditional mukbang. You guys can talk about whatever.
Okay.
In Korean, English, I don't care.
Oh. Is it starting?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey.
Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
먼저.
Should I first? Hello, I'm Jihun Jeong. 뭐라 하지? What should I say?
어디 있어서?
I belong to the life science department in the GIS. I'm a master DU student and I'm freshman in this semester. Woo.
Congratulations.
I'm Hyunji. I'm Hyunji, and I'm also in the life science department, and I'm taking the integrated course. So I'll be here maybe another, at least 5 years. Yes.
Okay, and what are we doing today?
So we're gonna try to eat army food. Is it?
Yeah, it's like army style camping food. It's bibimbap. If you can see.
Is the focus on?
It focused. Okay, so actually, Jihun and I are curious how well you can use your scientific knowledge to cook a nice meal.
Let me test it.
Oh, so he's in this too?
Yeah. This is actually a new brand that we haven't tried, right, Jihun? And Hyunji is kind of special. Where were you born?
I was born.
She was born on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was born underwater.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Your mom had the birth underwater?
Cute. Oh no.
Okay. Right, so do you remember how to do this? This is the heating pack. Right? Okay, now let's see if Hyunji can figure this out for herself.
There is a warning. Do not use this heating pad inside of any room.
Is it that dangerous? I'm not supposed to be using this, but here it is. Show them what's inside the bag. Okay.
One. Two. This is the food, I think.
That's the dehydrated rice. So I showed this to Jihun, and he realized it's going to expire soon. That's why my brother-in-law, he found these on sale for like 2,000 won. So, oh, we have a spoon here too.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead.
And then it says open number 1. So we open number 1.
I will follow you exactly.
Oh, I can smell it already. Oh.
What kind of smell?
So what are you cooking? What kind of food is this?
소고기 비빔밥?
And what is bibimbap? Can you explain it to our audience, our international audience?
Bibimbap is a food that has lots of a lot of ingredients, mostly vegetables and sometimes also meat and beef. And 이게 궁중 음식이었나?
그래요?
I think it was made for like the kings in the Joseon dynasty.
Really?
I think. I'm not sure.
Can you go downstairs and get the clean water?
Downstairs?
Because this one is the chemical cleaning.
Okay, got it.
But this should be enough for all of us to use the water.
It is clean?
Yeah. Okay. So tell us more about the history of bibimbap. You don't know?
It has gochujang in it.
Okay. Yeah. This pack has the food, the bibimbap, and we need clean water with it. And so Jihun went down to get some water. I have water for the heating pack that we can just use. But so while we're waiting for him, tell us about your lab. What lab are you in?
I'm currently at Professor Park Ji-won's lab.
Professor Joanne?
Mm-hmm. And the name right now is Functional Genomics Lab, but I think I heard they're trying to change it because it's sort of outdated.
Really? It sounds really cutting edge.
Right.
What are they going to change it to?
Like, I think it was more related to technology, like single cell technology, sequencing lab.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you have an interesting lab. I know several people in your lab, right? Hyun-soo and then Raul.
right.
What do you think about your professor?
Our professor, I think he's he's really honest, I think. So he doesn't
Doesn't.
I'm not sure. Sorry,
Okay.
objective. I think he's very objective.
Good.
That's helpful.
That's important for a scientist.
Right. And I think I like that he gives us a lot of freedom, and it sort of helps with our being independent.
Okay, good. What are you interested researching in his lab in particular? Like, what is your focus going to be on?
I hope my focus will be more about diseases
Diseases.
and how we can help find like the molecular functions for specific genes or proteins.
Hello? Okay, Jihun is back with the water. Sorry for making you go all the way down there. Okay, now, are you going to do the microbiome research?
Oh, I'm actually taking a class on it.
Really?
And I think it's related because you have to sequence the microbiome, and that's what our lab does, like sequencing.
Where did all that come from?
From inside number one.
Really? Okay, I'm putting mine.
I think we have to take this one out. This isn't for eating.
How about this one?
Yep.
Oh, champignum. They got you.
Oh.
Wow. This actually looks really nice, like bird food.
And then,
And then what do we do?
we have to put water in until the line.
So in the bag, there's a line. And Hyunji says we should fill the water to there. Okay, we got the water.
Yep.
Oh, she's reading.
Yep. Okay, so pour in the water until the line and then zip it up.
In here. There's the water.
Hot water.
Hot water? Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, because last time
No,
it
it
was
has
cold.
to be cold.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why?
Should be,
It says cold water.
should I?
Why does it have to be cold water?
I don't think so. It does not matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, the scientist, the future PhD, Jung Ji-hoon says it doesn't have to be, because last time we tried, I used cold water, and the instructions said it takes longer. Okay, so let's just use the hot water.
Yes.
Okay. This won't explode, right?
I don't know. This is science. Wow.
Very very hot water. How can I pour like a?
Just pour it in here. There's a line.
It could be. Okay.
Oh, be careful.
네.
Maybe she had
손 빼요.
옆에 좀.
Yes. Next. Bye bye. Just like a milk. Perfect. And next one. Thank you. Yes.
trying to squeeze out all the extra air. So, my philosophy is cooking is a lot like science. Measurement, timing.
Do you cook a lot?
No. Wow. I can't believe Jihun got hot water. Because Then we can drink it. Okay, now what do? What's the next step?
And then it says open number 2.
Okay. Open number 2.
And then 이 들어있는 발열체를 안쪽
I'm so
발열-
jealous of Hyunji because her English and her Korean are both superb. Like, she's truly bilingual. So we open this?
I think we put it in like this again.
Okay.
안쪽 바닥에? 그게 무슨 말이지?
여기 안에
This side?
put inside in here like this.
아, 외포장지. 내가 이게 있었지.
And how much water do we have?
Let's see. 150 milliliter, but I don't know.
That's a half a cup.
Half cup.
What do you think?
This much?
I don't know. You're the scientist.
적은 것 같은데 너무?
2 liter.
Too little?
Yes.
Okay, then you do it.
100ml.
Like-
잠깐만. 30ml가
Third.
향수 이만큼이니까 그거의 5배잖아.
네. 한 이만큼 돼야 될 것
이만큼?
같은데. 이만큼?
이만큼?
이만큼? 우유가 200ml니까.
그치? 여기까지?
네. 이만큼.
What? Are you crazy?
너무 많다.
That's not. That's more than 150 milliliters.
Why?
Look at the milk. How many milliliters is that?
200. 다시. 잠깐만. 이게 그래도 한 여기까지 들어있지 않을까?
Oh yeah.
이 정도?
Yeah.
That might be a little too.
조금
That may be too much.
Too much?
Really?
Too much?
Yeah. Remember, the heater doesn't take much
Yeah,
water,
right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We call this guesstimation.
Yeah.
Right? What is guesstimation?
Making a guess and estimating, if that's right.
Our best guess. Right? Okay, that's your best guess?
No, not yet. Does it have to be fast? 이거 몇 분 안에 해야 되지? 아, 상관없지. 찬물로 하는 거니까.
Let's show them how much the water.
That to me is way more than 150 milliliters.
Really? This too?
I think
Are you sure?
I'm not a scientist,
Oh.
but I think that's a lot more than 150.
Okay, have you seen perfume?
Yes.
30 milliliter perfume. It's still like this big, right?
I don't know. It depends. Okay, let's go for it.
어때?
Perfect.
아, 그래.
Perfect. Okay,
The
so
future-
before put the
should we
water,
mark?
you need to be put this bag in first for your security, for your safety.
아, 그렇네.
Put the
Put this in.
first as it is, yes, and then pour the water.
I hope your professor isn't watching and say, "Wow, this is how they work in my lab."
It must be secret.
그리고 10분 후. 나 시간 잴게 그러면.
네, 딱 10분 아니어도 돼요.
Okay.
이-
33 minutes. So I'll have to
32
stop it.
minutes?
No. It's 33. 12:33 right now. So
How
I'll
many
take it
minutes?
out 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now seal it up.
Okay.
Is there a vent for here?
A what?
Like the last one, oh, there's a small vent here. Look, there's a small vent. The steam's gonna come out of here.
It doesn't have a bag.
Yes, it does, right here.
Oh.
Here? Oh yeah.
Oh.
Close it, close it.
Close it? Yeah, it's closed.
And there's a small vent,
That's gonna be
so now it's
so dangerous, right?
My 150 milliliter.
wow.
Yes.
이게 원통이 제일 많이 들어갔던가? 비가?
네. 원통이 제일 부피 많이 들어갔어요. What is your 150 milliliter? Let's
mine.
see.
Mine will be.
Else we'll be eating uncooked food if he has too little
Well,
water.
thanks to Jihun getting the hot water,
I should bring the cold water. I regret a lot.
I was wondering what's taking so long.
Oh.
Yes. Cool, cool.
Oh yeah, really good.
냄새가.
Yeah, it has a distinct smell. It's an exothermic reaction. Can you,
No.
according to Heian, when she did this, she said it was like hydrogen. So it's like producing hydrogen, which is very flammable, right?
Hydrogen?
Hydrogen?
Do you think so? I don't think so.
Isn't it just water?
How come?
It's just water boiling, isn't it?
But to produce the heat, how does an exothermic reaction work? You're a chemistry major, come on.
No,
on.
I'm not chemistry major. No.
How does that reaction work?
아까 이거 뭐지? 열.
Sure.
CaCO3.
이 탄산가스인데?
수소가 미량의 수소가 발생하고. Okay, so I think she saw this, or it says hydrogen will come out like a small amount, so we should like maybe open the windows.
I have matches. You have matches.
Oh my god. I want to survive.
Do you remember
Did
the
your
movie?
kids do that?
Yeah, my water. Do you remember The Martian, the movie?
I didn't see it. I think I have that book at home though.
In the movie, he's making hydrogen water and it blows up in his face. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. Then we get started on this.
Fry time?
We have our. Okay. Wow, these are really cooking.
Very near powerful.
This is so much better than the other.
Yes.
The one here.
The thing we ate it was not that powerful as much as it is.
Do you know why they don't use headband in here? For the MREs?
No microwave.
Because headband, the expiration date is like 6 months.
6 months? Too short.
Yeah, exactly. MRE should last many, many years.
Like this
Like
one?
7?
1 month.
This is probably 20 years old. Maybe he just said 1980, 85. Yeah, it's interesting. What do you think?
How long is the expiration date? Like
MRE?
Typically, like the US MRE is supposed to last 20 years.
방부제가 많이 들어가는 거야? Preservatives?
Yeah, they just take out all the moisture, or they vacuum seal it. The way they cook it, and they kill all the germs before packaging, and then the miracle of science.
I think the cost for packing is more expensive than food as it is.
Maybe.
But Jihun was telling me, I asked him, are these good? Like, is it tasty? And he said, you were really looking forward to finding these again?
Yeah, this
Because
is,
they're good? Or,
it's different. I think it's better compared to the just,
oh.
We need to record fry.
this is illegal. I can go to jail. I can lose my job. That's why, for my first cooking, right, Hyunji has to be here. Because she knows people who can protect me from losing my job.
I have no power.
Okay, so the secret to the perfect bibimbap is a good egg.
I totally agree.
So, let's see. Jihun, this is your egg. Okay. So tell me how you want it cooked, and then when you're ready, I can put it in the bowl.
Oh yeah. I want to cook my egg only half.
Like this?
It's like in
Wait, do you not need any oil here before you crack it?
I'm hoping the heat will.
Or is it a non-stick pan?
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look like it's sticky.
This is why.
Ooh.
This is why.
Should I try?
It is the first time to use this pan.
I used it one time before.
For what? For sausage?
아,
Or
이거 붓는데. Do you have any oil
No.
right now?
No.
그럼 이거
뭐,
어떻게? 그냥
어떡하지?
scramble?
No, no. Stop. Okay. Let's. This is perfect. Have you ever been to a place called Waffle House in America?
No.
I have.
IHOP?
Yeah. Did you ever live in America?
Yeah. 그러니까. I haven't been to In-N-Out either.
You know, Jihun went to IHOP when we were in California. Remember we went to that one restaurant for breakfast
Yes.
with my friend? That was IHOP.
Ah, there is a IHOP.
Yeah. International House of Pancake.
That was delicious.
Yeah.
아, 맛있었어?
Okay, give me your bowl. This is how you like it?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect.
아웨하, 아웨하.
Wow. This is the best part.
Is this
Now-
your first time
Cooking?
using this?
Trying, yeah. Okay, this is going to be yours.
Well, just on here.
Yeah, I know. I know. Trial and error. Keep an eye on the time.
Still about 1 minute left for mine.
But it is recording.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna post that.
Now it does not become. It could not become a secret if you pause.
I'll just say we're in my house. We're off campus. That's right. I confused the microbiome. I thought you were in the same lab, and I knew Jihun was doing the microbiome. How's your lab? You're in different labs.
Right.
Yes. But similar topic but different.
Whose lab is better?
Me. Ours.
For different reasons.
What are those different reasons?
Well, 일단 Jihun's lab has like all the technology,
New technology.
computer-wise.
Everything is fancy.
So your professor has a lot of money.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And for your go ahead.
Or we could say like they're using the money for different purposes. So our lab also uses like servers and computers, but we also have places where for the wet lab,
Okay.
and so there's a lot of wet equipment, which are also expensive.
So question. For your juniors, for your Hubes, what advice would you give them in picking a good lab? Because I was talking to students, and they're like, there's really no system to picking a good lab.
I just say just go around a lot. I never stayed at a lab longer than
As an undergrad.
even 3 months.
Really?
Sometimes I stayed there just for a month,
Okay.
and during that time I would just learn about what this lab focuses on, like the research. And if I'm interested in that, I could also learn more. Like if that's also good, and I found that even if it's life science, even under the same subject, each lab is really different on how it's 운영ed,
Learn.
how it's
Operation
managed. Yeah.
Operate.
Some labs are really like strict, like on time.
You might as well get that ready.
우리 열어야 돼.
Oh, it's time to
어떻게
open.
열지?
Be careful.
Sure.
Oh,
Put it, get your rice out, and then I can pop the what's on top of it. How's it look? Ooh, pop it out.
how did you open?
왜? 별로 안 뜨거운데?
Wow, that looks good. Wow, so here is Hyunji's.
To have.
내가 꺼내줄까?
I will use this.
안 뜨거워.
It's too hot.
여긴 뜨겁다.
Wow, perfect.
Thank you.
Then add the changiram and the.
Right. Can I put my egg in again later?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
You want to
gonna
take
mix
it
it all up and then
out? You don't mix the egg
later.
later. Here, go ahead. No, put it. Let's keep it warm.
Oh,
Yours?
한 다음에 다 비빈 다음에
Oh, that's
올리는
mine?
거지.
It's yours.
Thank you.
Yep, sure. Oh,
왜?
What's wrong?
perfect.
Perfect. Wow. This looks really nice. Only 2,000 won.
Are MREs much expensive? Or much more
If you
expensive?
buy, I don't know how much the government pays for them, but typically, if you buy them from like a camping store, they're much more expensive.
We need to go real camping.
You should.
Have
Okay,
you
this
been
is,
camping a lot in Korea?
No, do not eat. Okay, so
Oh.
this is. Do not eat. And you can put the trash in here, maybe.
Okay.
One of the MRE I ate before only contained the rice and only contained the rice. But it has lots of vegetable in here.
거의 그냥 복잡한 햇반인데?
Thank you.
Wow. So you like spicy?
I think the 양념장 has a lot more other things than just spice. Like the heat.
Okay. So here's my.
Oof.
And you guys have the spoons? So both of you went to just college. What were some of your more fun memories of the school?
Fun memory about school.
Like
The clubs,
the
I
clubs?
guess.
So what's the best club to join?
지금 너 뭐뭐 했었어?
I had participated some several clubs, including the GIS newspaper,
Really? Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's right, that's right.
GIS newspaper, and Toastmaster club, and the orchestra 동아리 named Akdong for one semester, and what else? I tried the badminton club one semester.
I was in the orchestra club with Jihun.
Really? How did you guys meet?
From that, I think.
You wanted to know?
She was the president at the time.
Really?
Yes.
What instrument do you play?
Violin. And other than violin, just a little bit of piano.
What did you play?
Piano.
Piano. I was a novice, but I wanna try to
It's a new
the
visual.
play the piano, so that is the motivation to participate the orchestra club.
Yeah, the nice thing about just being such a small school, you get to meet a lot of, get to know people a lot closer from the activities.
And then I have a very great memory about the 무한도전. I want to say 무한도전 is the one of the most prestigious or most valuable program in JIS.
What is 무한도전?
So 무한도전 is the things that the program in which students get some support from financial support or administrative support from the school, and they can do what they plan. For example, so one of the good example is the rocket. So one of the team want to made their own rocket, and they wanna shoot the rocket, and they tried, and I cannot remember the exact result, but they tried that. So I want to say 무한도전 is the good
That's
chance to do what we do.
Do other schools have it?
I don't think so. I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
So
Oh, one
that's-
break. This is really good.
Really? Really?
Yeah. How's it?
It's good.
너무 예상 밖인데? 너무 괜찮은데?
괜찮은데요?
So, food should be fun and entertaining and taste good, right? Wow, so you like this?
Egg make a huge change.
진짜.
That's the secret to a good bibimbap is the 참기름 and the egg. We can clean up later.
Okay.
I'm hoping some company sees us doing this
And some
and
more.
sponsor us like every week. Try the new MREs coming out. So, yeah. Anyway, what's the best way to get trained to go into a lab? What's the best way to prepare going to a laboratory?
For
As an undergrad, yeah.
For
What
it.
can you do to prepare?
Do you have idea?
It can be in Korean also.
Sure.
After his comment, I will add
That's
something.
To go into the lab. So you already know what major you wanna.
well, what advice do you have for students in picking a major, picking a lab, getting ready for grad school?
Personally, even if it's not always like looking up research papers and knowing the current trends, I think you can see a lot of that through videos, like maybe nature videos or whatever physics or whatever subject you're in. And see if you're interested in that. Like if you see those videos and say, wow, this is really cool, I want to do something related to this, then I think you have at least the minimum appreciation for that subject and interest that you can pursue. And once you sort of have that kind of picture in your mind, maybe what the students told you, you said earlier, like there's no system, right?
So, as a freshman or a second year student, just encourages in its advertising joining labs as a freshman or
Right.
joining labs as a college student. But they said just really doesn't give guidance from the admin side
Right, right,
on
right.
how to pick a lab or suggestions. They just said you can join a lab. And sometimes departments will have open lab where they kind of advertise the different labs. But
So that's what I did. Just look up
just look
the,
around.
the homepage, see what they're trying to do. But many of the cases, the homepage doesn't have any description sometimes.
I know.
So in those cases, sort of like ask around, or if like the lab name, if you're interested in the lab name, or you can also type the professor's name in like Google Scholar and see what kind of papers come out from that lab. And if you're interested, I would just go, like even just for a month or two, and say, I came here to just see what this lab is doing. Maybe not for my research.
Are professors okay with that? Like, I just want to hang out for a month?
So that's what I did, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do this. Like you said, there was no system.
Yeah.
So I just did it my way.
Your way.
I just emailed around, oh, I just want to stay like for maybe a month or two and see, like, learn what you guys are doing. I'm interested in this.
Okay.
It's not like I want to pursue like a research or a project.
I want to add to her opinion. Her, it is recording.
Yeah, it's
So I want to add to her opinion that she explained very well and the now current situation. So as you at least mentioned, there is no specific or some concrete way or defined way how to do an internship in any lab, including GIS or any other place. So what does that mean? Which means there's no system, so students can make their own way to do the internship. For example, if I wanna do only do the internship in a freestyle without any some burden, without any some exact devotion, then I can do the internship for free mind. But let's say I am a student who want to devote the lab a lot, and I wanna write a paper. Then yes, you can do that. So that is a good. That is
Like
some.
up to the student.
It's up to the student, right? Exactly. So that is a benefit of the no system. So if I have an agreement with the professor, then I can do whatever. But if the professor does not agree, then it is a different story. But many professors are listen the students.
They welcome the students, I think.
So they will understand.
okay. That's one nice thing about GIST. I think GIST has a lot of nice professors. Sometimes professors can be too busy, and that's a problem. But I think overall, from the professors I met, everyone seems really nice, and I think it's a big advantage for the school.
And if I were a freshman again, I would start internships earlier.
Really?
I thought grades, like I wasn't, my grades weren't that good. And so,
4.3.
yeah, yeah. And so I think one of the reasons why I started internships later was because I was too worried that these grades would impact like
They would look
sort
at
of
you
decide,
negatively.
right, no, if I was even able to have an
You take
internship.
too much time.
No, not even that. Like I wasn't sure if I was even
Qualified.
going to
Oh.
qualified for doing an internship, but they're always open. And so if I were a freshman again, like I would start earlier, and if I started earlier, I could like have insight into more.
Yeah. So instead of joining a social club or a GIST club, just go around joining different. Can you be a member of a lab like at the same time? Like join two labs at the same time, and don't tell the professors.
If possible, if the professor does not recognize, if possible. So
One weekend you stay in this lab, the next weekend you go to the other lab and just keep taking trips.
Right. For 3 days a week here.
That'd be
The other
funny.
3 days a week here.
We challenge a freshman student to do that and let us know how it goes.
And come complain to Ellis if something happens to you.
The freshman challenge. How many labs can you join at one time and do a good job? So, you like the MRE, the bibimbap?
I wouldn't know if it was MRE if it just came out in a plate.
Wow. So, what was your expectation, and what was the
Oh. Expectation was, 그냥, I can eat it. And now it's like, oh, it's good.
This we learned from our different things that this kind is much better than the other kind that comes in the box.
That box was the worst.
Horrible.
Horrible.
It's just edible, right? Doesn't taste good.
Yeah. If you're hungry, you can eat it. But this is really nice. Right? This it works well. It works well. The only problem is it produces a lot of garbage, but if we're camping, just do it out in the next to the trees and just leave.
Biodegradable.
This is biodegradable. But so I have a question to ask both of you. Are you free on November 12th?
November 12th?
Yeah.
Let me check.
At 6 o'clock at night?
Can I see the schedule? November 12th.
Friday?
And what time?
6 o'clock? Dinner time? 6? We need a MC for Just Culture Night. I asked Tia to do it, but she's busy. She did it last time with me. Right? But we need someone who can speak English and Korean to host as MC. Right? And my 팀장 and my other co-workers are like, please ask Hyunji if she can do it. And I think both of you guys would be amazing.
Actually, she can do both of Korean and
Yeah, exactly. But I think having you there as kind of, some kind of a support and partner, I think it'd be really good. Okay. Oh. Team Jang, he said yes. Hyunji?
Is it an hour or two?
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll get you a nice dinner too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. That's great news.
Culture night?
Culture night. Have you ever been?
Yeah, I've been. I actually really liked it.
Yeah. So on Culture Night, the international community at GIST comes together and showcases their cultures, their foods, their traditions, and
Did they do this last year too? Or was it cancelled because of?
I think it was canceled. No, I don't know. Because last time I did it, it was with Haeyeon.
Oh, she was the
she
MC?
did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I asked Haeyeon if she wanted to do it this year, but she's going to Chicago
Chicago.
for
Okay,
conference.
Wow.
So she's going to America. She's visiting Chicago and Charleston. That's a really nice opportunity for her. And the best thing about going to a conference is like she's trying to apply to grad school, and so she's hoping to meet some of the professors whose lab she's applying to, which is really nice. Okay. Would you join us again for lunch?
Yes.
We have one. And of course, Jihun is like my eating mukbang.
Mukbang friend.
Jihun, I just got something. Let's eat it.
So that's funny thing. So whenever Alice got a new MRE, he sent me a message. This is a new one.
Only 2001. It's gonna expire next week. Let's eat it. But I made a video for Jihun.
Oh, for what? For what is the topic?
So Jihun asked me and Jo Kinran 교수님 to bring things that we that's special to us.
Special to you.
So we brought like the Galapagos book and some other things, and they made a video. And I also brought your MRE. I said, Jihun, because of him, this is like the most
Awesome.
sentimental gift I could get, and it was really nice. And I think watching back the old videos, we have a nice
How
It's
many videos was he in?
like 3 now.
Oh.
This will be the
Yes,
third.
this is third
This will be
time.
the third one. And he's very natural the way we just talk and joke and talk about different things. So-
Actually, the first video was at the first time I was very nervous.
Oh, like me.
That first time, I had beer in my fridge, and he's like, "Here, drink some." That was funny. Any last thoughts or comments to your Cubans about anything?
Do you have? I will follow after her.
Like, cause we talked about what labs to go in, what like the freedom of what you can do. I think don't worry too much, and if you have any questions, just ask any of the professors, and they'll be really welcome to like answer them and help you out with your career choices. Yeah, so just go find anyone, and they will really, really help you.
And also, don't be afraid to talk to your seniors, to your sunbes.
Then I want to add to her. So you have a homework that
Oh.
you need to talk about your career and your future, the job plan or your research topic or your lab selection. You need to talk with more than 10 senior students, and you need to talk more than 5 professors, more than 10 or 20 minutes. So I want to emphasize 10 to 20 minutes. So the reason why 10 to 20 minutes is that you need to talk about your whole situation to your professor or senior. Then professor or senior will give you some good advice from their life. So the reason why I want to meet both senior and professor is that they advise different things. So senior advise the current situation, so they are current GIS student and they know the process of the GIS and very realistic. And the reason why I ask you to meet the professor is that professor are already have gone through all of the procedure and they become a professor. So professor give you the big picture about your career plan or big whole life, and then the senior would give you what is the current goal, what would be what I need to do right now. So you need to talk both of the senior and professor. Now you have a homework.
Thank you, Sambe. Is it easy? I know a lot of students, when they first come to GIST, they're afraid to contact professors.
Oh yes. So
What suggestions do you have for contacting professors?
So contacting the senior is easy, so I do not want to talk about it. The contacting professor would be afraid of her. I know the professor looks like a very busy and difficult to talk at first, but the easiest way to talking the professor is to talk with the professor, who you take a course, whose lecture you take. So if you take a biochemistry, if you take a computer science, any class, and give him or her an email, hey, I wanna talk about my career, and I wanna talk about your research. I wanna wonder of your research. Then she or he will happy to get the email, and I did several times. So it worked very well. So it is the easiest work because I know that professor, and that professor also know me about me. So it is the easiest one. And then the next one is the I don't know in English, but we have a system about some 지도교수. I'm not sure about this. Advisor. Yes, advisor. Perfect. So if you advisor has some obligation to have interact with her or his student, and if you give some email to advisor, and he must reply about that. So
Yes,
yes, it would be good choice to you.
Good. Any thoughts?
Yes, adding to this, like students may be really afraid about, or are the questions I'm asking like good questions? Maybe it'll seem really childish to the professor in some way or something like that. But the way I see it, professors are also really interesting in learning about the students that they have, and they probably don't know as much as we think they might know about us. They have no thought, yeah. So I think each student, like the circumstances they're in or the 고민s they have, all these things, professors are really tentative to listen and know more about you. So really just contact them anytime about whatever questions you have.
Thank you so much for your time and for your advice. Finally, can you summarize what you guys just said like in 5 minutes in Korean? Because I'm afraid. Yeah, in Korean.
I also follow her comment.
요약을 그렇게 하자면 어떤 질문이든지 어떤 고민이든지 작든지 크든지 다 그 저희 교수님들께 진짜 찾아가서 이렇게 물어보는 거를 오히려 교수님들이 좋아하실 것 같고, 학생들에 대해서 우리가 생각하는 것만큼 잘 모르시니까 어떤 것이든지 얘기하는 게 좋을 것 같고, 아까 지훈이가 말한 것처럼 뭐 랩 선택을 할 때도 제 의견도 살짝 덧붙이자면 막 주변 사람에서 그냥 하는 말을 더 믿기보다는 내가 직접 찾아가서 사람들을 찾아서 묻고 그 교수님이랑도 이야기해보고 해서 나의 생각을 가지고 판단하는 게 제일 좋은 것 같아요. 다 종합적으로 들은 다음에. 네. 그리고
Perfect summary. There's nothing to add.
Okay, for the next lunch discussion, we'll talk about campus couples with Hyunji and Jihun. No, I'm joking.
I don't
It was funny because so many people asked me, "Are you guys
really?
from the Hanjeongdong?" Right? Because
of the pictures?
the pictures and like it's like I thought it was so funny, but it's like no, they're not.
Oh, I have a question. So, did you use that picture for the promotion?
Right.
Which one?
Like our
They asked
graduation picture. We want. Actually, you want.
Talk to Team Johnny. I put it on my Instagram page, but I don't think just used it.
Sad.
아쉽다.
Because so we talk about that picture about 2 or 3 days ago. We remember that. So if our picture will be listed on a calendar or some diary, we will keep it
I was
forever.
like,
Wow. Wow. Okay. That's my new homework. I'm gonna try to get you guys into the calendar. Or something. That was a fun day. It seemed a long time ago.
Right.
Now it's.
그러니까.
And then soon next year you'll be graduating, going to overseas. You'll be going.
Time goes too fast.
Time goes too fast. That's why every time we have a chance to meet and talk, we shouldn't waste it. Thank you guys for showing up
Thank you
and
for
having
doing
this lunch with
party.
us. We had a nice lunch. Okay. Thank you guys. See you
Thank
guys next
you.
time. Bye.